Welcome to Da Nang, welcome to Da Nang Beach. We're gonna have a little stroll here and have a look how the city is at the moment. It is still hot like every single day, and I'm looking for a few more espresso bars, you know. I'm really into espresso again, but not many places taste the right way I want to have it. So if you come here for vacation, I highly suggest you stay away from espresso and just have Vietnamese specialty coffees, different types of coffees with condensed milk and all kinds of either way salty or coconut or whatever, right? Get a lot of different types of Vietnamese coffee that you don't have at home, because espresso and good espresso bars are usually everywhere if you speak English, most likely. Especially if you're from Australia, you probably have even the best coffee shops there already, right? So espresso-wise. But if you're here, try to stay with local coffees. But at some point, for me, if you don't want to have calories in the coffee, I rather have now espresso, weaker espresso, because I did a lot of Café Denda, the black drip coffee with the Robusta bean, but I cannot have it anymore. My heart is pumping too crazy, and I just don't like the taste anymore because I stopped smoking, you know. When I smoked, and the black coffee was perfect. So I feel like for smokers, the Café Denda is still no sugar. You need to tell them always no sugar. It's iced coffee, drip coffee, iced coffee, super strong. And if you're into super strong coffee, try it out for nice little cigarettes in the morning. Perfect French breakfast. But for me, I like espresso, not that much inside, and have it nice, hot, quick, done. This is now, I did that too before in Mexico. I always had espresso, sometimes 4 a day in the morning. I'll usually do it like this. Have a lot of water, then 1 hour, 2 hours later, I have my espresso somewhere, and I'm going for a walk, have another espresso somewhere, meet someone, have an espresso, things like that. And then do some productive stuff. Hi. There you go, Paradise Beach Bar. This year, even too. If you go back few months before, the water came up to here and almost destroyed this whole beach bar. Now look how far it is again. Crazy. Wow. Look at this, beautiful. The thing is, those views look better if it's cold in your home country. You're probably out there and having a good time with your heat as well. It's probably hotter where you are. Well, maybe not in Australia. Australia has winter now, so maybe for my Aussies here, there we go. My Aussies get some beach vibes here into their winter Australian households. But I think winter in Australia is still mild, right? You don't have a real winter, right? You have maybe 10 degrees or something, but you don't have snow or something, right? I don't know. I really don't know. I have not been there, and I have not asked any Aussies. Do you have snow in Australia or not? I don't think so, because I never saw it. But I think what I saw was like maybe 5 to 10 degrees and rain. That could be the winter. What is that? One team, one goal. All right, team building. Anmi Foundation. Okay. A lot of team building events going on here. I'm so happy there are some clouds over me now. I gotta walk fast Crazy, right? We are in the ultra high season, guys. It's so hard to get a hotel room at the moment. But it's very empty everywhere because it's daytime. And it's the local tourism is the number one at the moment. I mean, it is always the number one. But in February, March and April, I would say you would see more Western tourists, or not tourists, I would say 3 months tourists, like long-term tourists. People who usually, I know that because I have a lot of friends who are traveling around, and they're usually around specific countries in specific times of the year. And I think Da Nang is February to May. That's the typical high season for that. Now, I'm not sure how the market is with the housing at the moment. I could imagine you can get apartments here pretty easily. I could imagine, I don't know. Because also the bar, the coffee shops where all these digital nomads always work on the laptops, they are not as popular or not as big, packed as usual. Some of those places is usually completely full. Now I see also in those AC places with good Wi-Fi, I can see completely full of locals, local families. I mean, there are still tourists from somewhere in Vietnam, but they come there and have tea and everything like that. Fun fact also, every time I go into a Starbucks or look around in a Starbucks, it's always full of locals. And they don't have the drink, they don't drink the coffee in Starbucks, I can tell you that. But they drink everything else, teas, matcha or whatever. It's always locals in the Starbucks. Also, or maybe other Asian countries, that's also the case. But they don't drink the coffee there. It's very interesting. Starbucks, because it's like nice and cold and very standardized, I think it has an appeal and it has a spot here. It's just not the place where you get coffee. I've never met any Vietnamese who goes to Starbucks to drink coffee. Many of them go to Starbucks for matcha or other things, tea related. I know that from Bo, my local friend from Da Nang. She loves Starbucks, but she always had some kind of tea there, or milk tea or something. Not 100% sure what she had. Or matcha is also huge here with that. But yeah, as you can see, if you need a spot in the sand, you will get it. But don't do it, it's too hot. It's too hot, guys. Yeah, and I will try to find some shade here again. Look at this! Even though it's so hot and it's the sun is out and everything, they're still here making photos. It's non-stop, guys, it's funny. Maybe it's also a very good time with this light on the daytime. Also, talking about those electric scooters. The new generation of the electric scooters looks so much better. I saw some electric scooters now with beige tone, and they're called Grand Lights. They're bigger and beige and look pretty nice. Not as ugly as the yellow ones. I think the yellow ones look pretty ugly. But the new ones, I like it. I feel like VinFast has to do one more type of scooter, like a Vespa type of scooter, like the cool looking one, but it's gonna be electric and under 50 kilometers an hour. And of course they have to do more police checks to get all these guys on the big bikes out. And have some heavy fines for that. Let's walk here. Look at this, it's even both sides. So sometimes also the men want to have a photo here. Whew. I think this is the typical Da Nang shot. If you're not from here, you come here and then you want to have the Da Nang shot. So I feel like this is like the place to be, to say, okay, you are in Da Nang actually. With this heat, I really highly suggest you getting at least 1 pack of electrolytes in without sugar. It's very important. A coconut is good and fine, but with this ultra hot heat, humidity, and if you sweat a lot here, get more electrolytes in. I've had it. Like for me, I always drink coconuts, but since I walk a lot, more than usual in the heat, my doctor back then said I actually have to get electrolytes. And thankfully, thanks to you guys, I always get some. I don't think it's that easy to get the good electrolytes here, but I have them now. Maybe I'm gonna get a electrolyte sponsor at some point. It would be so smart. Imagine having a walking channel and then it's sponsored by some kind of electrolytes company, and it's always popping out on the left or right. Maybe I should text him. That's a smart idea. And also I'm standing full behind it. Maybe I will do my own electrolytes at some point. But yeah, of course you can also, don't have to buy these electrolytes. You can also put salt in your water. But for me, I'm not a big fan of putting salt in my water. I like to have a neutral water. This Parma is also super popular here, this hotel. They have a lot of live music here. But they removed a lot of tables here. I guess from the police told them to empty the pavement. And look at this, but still, doesn't matter. You're still gonna have these issues here and have to walk on the street. This street is lost. We will never have a pavement here. But this is gonna be interesting, guys. These 2 new buildings. 2027, next year, I think this maybe takes 6 to 8 months. When all those places are done, it's gonna be super interesting how the market will act. How will the market react to so many new places? How will the old places react? Because at the moment, a lot of guys are just like, no thank you. A lot of old and ugly places just charge as well a lot. Charge a lot as well for nothing basically. And those will definitely have to go down again, else they're gonna stay empty because there's so many new places. But yeah, no, I don't know. I will see. We'll see how it is. I will definitely be away a little bit, and we'll see. I also don't know how long I will stay in Da Nang actually. In general, I'm not sure. It's nice, but I don't know how the neighborhoods will be when too many cars are around. At the moment, on the weekend, you can feel it how it will be at some point, with traffic going off the roof. Sometimes you stand. You are quicker to walk around at the moment, to be honest. I will not take a taxi back to the river anymore. I will always walk back. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God. Okay. Wow, it's closed. Wow. So the Sunrise Boutique Hotel is closed, guys. How long is closed? renovation?
Oh, this hotel like stop everything.
Okay, stop everything. Okay, got it. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, they went out of business. Interesting. I really like this hotel, to be honest. I did a hotel review there, but now they're over. They opened all the windows. At the moment it's okay because the humidity inside the rooms are not that bad. I know it because I have a good dehumidifier and it tells me how much percentage is in the air, and it does not have to work that much, so it's good at the moment. It's not that bad. It's not the mold season. It's gonna be when it's raining non-stop. But yeah, sad to see this, that they are out of business. Wondering what they're gonna do. Are they gonna completely demolish the building, or someone getting into and renovate it? It's gonna be interesting, guys. Durian. Now we're here at the Aussie Bistro. Of course, if you want to have a nice Aussie Sunday roast, that's the place to be. I don't know if they're open already. I don't think they're open that early. But yeah, this is the roast section here. So if you fancy a big roast on Sundays, that's the place to be, guys. And say hi to Rod. Oh, look at this. It's the chicken salt I put there one time from you guys. This is where I also learned about chicken salt. So the thing is, I don't eat fries like at home or something, but sometimes I put chicken salt on other things like broccoli or something. It tastes so much better. Oh, wow. I love this ramen place, guys. I gotta go and eat there again. What is that? Ramen. Shoyu ramen. French fries. Wow, look at this. So much beautiful pavement, empty pavements. Maybe police was here. I can only be that way. Barbershop, 85K. It's interesting. The same barbershop, and I really like them. I've been there. I did a video with them one time. I really like these guys. There's one guy, he's very nice. Newer barbershop. They expanded a lot. There's so many places, but very interesting. The haircut starts here at 85. And here, I guess this is considered not high-end neighborhood. If you go there, next to my old place where I lived, it's 250K. Same barbers, same style, same everything. 85 and then 250. So I understand why, because the rent there is way higher than here. But still, it's a very interesting thing to see. I still like to walk around here. I will always come back here. I mean, I also have to meet Marcus here. He's living here, but he's gonna come to my neighborhood too. I still have to find a good coffee shop. I think the bagel place will be a good coffee shop. Oh wow, nice color. And this is also a new development here. Check this out, right next to Z Coffee Roastery. This is also a crazy story here. Z Coffee Roastery was not there. And here was Corn Coffee, a small little place with coffee. And yeah, basically they demolished this, demolished whatever was standing there, built this first, and now they're building this apartment building, I guess. Viet Motto. I don't know, looks cool somehow. Honda. It's a Honda electric bicycle, e-bike. But I think the trend goes to the 50cc's as well as the electric ones. I feel like the lawless state of driving around without licenses will get to an end, at least in the next 3 years. I mean, they have to do some kind of middle ground. I think then they can actually completely demolish the business of just driving around without licenses. But at the moment, it's hard to get a license that is counting even. That I feel like the business of these loops and motorbike tours all around the country, many foreigners come here because of driving a motorbike around the country. And even though I'm not a big guy, a big motorbike guy, but I think it's every motorbike driver has to do once in his lifetime. Come here to Da Nang, and not Da Nang, sorry, Vietnam. I think North Vietnam, or maybe north to south or whatever. But driving around here, I think it's a must for every motorbike driver, for every biker. But there is no real easy solution to get a legal license here. It's all a little bit slow. It would be good if you go here with your national motorbike license and you get a permit for your ride, or like for your year or something, for a fee. I think that would make a lot of money and it would be a little bit safer. Then you can just take all the money from the guys who's not driving around illegally. But the funny thing is, a lot of locals don't have motorbike license either. I know it because I'm not sure, only my wife has a motorbike license. All the other ones, they either way did it in the last year because they were like, oh, I'm getting stopped too many times. I know many guys and girls here, locals, that don't have a license and never had one. Because this was not a thing, you know. Maybe it's also just a Western thing that's implemented here. I don't know. But those old motorbikes, they are basic. Like, look at this blade or whatever, this 100cc or 75cc. Do you really need a motorbike license for something that drives around like a bicycle in the same speed? I don't know. But if you go and look at the big ones that can drive actually super fast, then yeah, it makes sense. But I also understand everyone who's driving around with the motorbike. Taking grabs all the time is very annoying at some point. So you have to find the right balance for yourself. Do you want to be walkable? Then you have to stay here in the crazy part of town. Then you can walk everywhere. Do you want to have it calm? Then you have to drive a motorbike or be ready to wait for the ride-sharing apps. Ride-sharing apps working pretty good at the moment, but that will also change the more people will be here, because at some point there are too many cars on the road and then it will be less. And as soon as it's less, then it's not going to be the luxury what we have at the moment. At the moment, in 2 minutes, your ride is here and takes you everywhere. Especially in this neighborhood, they park everywhere here, and it's very easy to get a Grab or Green SM, the Uber of Southeast Asia here. I see it sometimes in Thailand when it's high season. It's hard to get a ride and it takes a long time. I think this will be also same with Hanoi. Oh my God. Hanoi Grab is not easy, guys. It's actually very tough. It's better to go with the motorbike taxis. But thank you for watching. Check out this video here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.